Hi, I'm Jules and you're watching Catalyst Plus TV, the place to be if you want to create an outstanding business. In this week's episode, we're talking about the frenzy of expenditure that seems to occur when it comes to end of financial year. All of the marketers are out there advertising, making sure that you extend and expand the value that you can deduct in the current financial year. But I do have a warning for you. Just because it's end of financial year, you don't have to go out and spend heaps of money on stationery or assets or things like that. You just need to make sure that you can actually afford it and you're going to use the products that you purchase. Another thing that you need to watch out for is stockpiling and getting too much stock at hand. Because if you do that, then we actually have to take that balance off at the end of the financial year. So if you haven't used it, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get a very good tax deduction. So what should you do? Well, if we were talking about my grandma, she would probably say to make do with what you've already got. If you're talking to the younger generation, they might say, well, you're going to use it anyway and you've got the extra money, so you may as well spend it. My only concern is that you buy too much. Make sure when you do go out and buy extra stationery or small value assets, that it is something that you've either been thinking about for quite some time or you really are going to use it. It's only going to be a waste of money if you end up having a big stockpile of stuff that you're never going to use. And at the end of the day, I'd prefer you to pay a little bit of tax on the profit than to be avoiding the tax by paying expenses. But what can you do instead? Many businesses are on what we call a cash accounting system. And that means that you claim the income that you receive and the expenses that you pay. If you already have suppliers that need paying, you're better off to actually pay them at the end of the financial year than to be buying other expenses. Because it reduces your overall debt balance to your suppliers and hopefully you can manage your cash flow that way and also get a really good result in your tax return. So I hope that was of help for you, and I know it might be a little bit conservative, but I'm here to make sure that you get the best out of your business. So that's it from this week's episode. We'd love to hear your comments and queries, so please come visit us at www.catalystplus.com.au and we'll get in touch with you. In the meantime, have a great week and keep creating outstanding business, and we'll see you in the next episode of Catalyst Plus TV next week.